Can trust be restored?
The last nickel in my pocket. And then my car died.
Oh, God.
Fresh eggs, margarine, 8 for $1. Okay, this has to be like the 1800s.
That's just.
I appreciate that, but if you could possibly just spare $5 instead, I'd rather grab a cab than take it.
Okay, so we can already tell right now the whole story that he told was a lie.
Chance with my old clunker.
Where in the world did you learn that word?
Dad, his story's baloney. He probably doesn't even have a son. He's conning you.
Jimmy, what if you're wrong?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Like, I think I'm jaded, growing up in New York at least, right? I've seen like humanity for humanity outside of the United States of America, though. Like, humanity is different. But yeah, nah, bro, he's lying to you. He's just lying to you. I'm gonna need for you to bring the son in with you.
You know what?
All right.
Sir, that is so generous.
Bro, he can get 80 lemonades.
Of course, and you know what?
Wait. What happened? Like 2 whole cartons of Cools. 40 boxes for $8?
There are wolves and sheep in this world, kid.
What's going on here, guys?
Wolves and sheep.
Yeah. Definitely the 1800s.
Figure out which one you're gonna be.
Okay, obviously this is referencing, back to the father was a good man, but Jimmy would take from the register.
So whose gun was it?
Who's to say? You know how many guns there are in Albuquerque? Somewhere between the number of rattlesnakes and grains of sand. So
Okay, oh, that's a lot.
Was it your gun, Mr. Ermintrout?
who knows? Maybe it fell from a passing bird's beak, and Mr. Salamanca caught it and tried to throw it away. I mean, the possibilities
Saul.
are endless.
Solomon.
Did he threaten you or pay you off?
Whoa. Okay, that's it. We're done. I'll spare you the gory details, but it was a deal and a half, not something you forget.
And you're telling me this why?
Don't be too tough on yourself. Like they say, discretion is the better part of valor. I would have done the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, your situations are massively different, Saul.
Hey, today?
Like, he really thinks that they had him tied up in the desert.
You take the next one.
Wow, Schweikert wants you bad, huh?
Jimmy, did you have something you needed?
No, I was just checking in.
Bro, did she just say she had $15,000 left on a law school tuition? Okay.
I'll see you later, okay?
If you play your cards right. Bye.
You should be making enough.
What's wrong? You think I'm laying it on too thick?
No, I just didn't realize how unhappy you were here.
Not unhappy, per se. More like...
I mean, he likes all of the things that he's obviously getting from being in this position, but yeah, he's slightly unhappy. He really doesn't have much freedom to do whatever he wants to do, and he did try to do something for the company. It was basically shat on and then copied.
Before a certain term, I think yours is a year, you have to pay the money back.
Oh.
It's,
Oh, no.
yeah,
Okay.
That whole letter of resignation thing, that I didn't mean that.
no problem.
I feel better already. Sometimes you have to say something out loud to hear how crazy it sounds.
I mean, it didn't sound that crazy, Saul. The part that was crazy for you specifically was obviously having to pay back money.
Omar.
Oh, bro, you have no tires on your truck? Why? Why would you do this? Why would somebody do this? I don't understand. Like, do you like feeling every single thing on the road? Is it that important to have ridiculous chrome rims, bro? Is it that important? Right? You made your truck worthless, useless. Bro, wear none of those. Unless his goal is to get fired. Right? Could be.
Hey, Doc, got a juicer for the office.
Oh, yeah, he's trying to get fired. Respect. Right? Because obviously if they fire you, they can't expect the money back. Right?
Jimmy, it's very loud.
Oh. Well played. Well played. Oh, so obviously he looks at like the inflatable dummy thing, right? And he's like, you know what? I'm going to shake things up. That was the moment, right? Yeah. He's definitely becoming a liability. 100%.
Someone is not flushing.
Oh. Is it like a communal space? Is it something where everyone just basically hangs out in? Is it like co-ed? Right? Is it a unisex bathroom? Guys, what's happening here? Is it one of these situations? Because she knows. She definitely knows. Right?
In the wash.
It was me.
Guys.
What is that?
No, you didn't buy a horn. You didn't do that. I mean, bro, just like how you regularly play the guitar in your office to kind of relax at the end of the day, Saul has found a new instrument. An accordion?
Down in there.
A bagpipe?
Jimmy!
Oh, you can hear this through the door? I mean, it really helps with stress. I know I don't sound very good, but I'm just learning.
Put that down. Now, I want you in my office. You win.
What do I win?
You're fired. Optical migraine you call a business suit. It's about
Optical migraine.
It's about you keeping your bonus. That's what this is about. I could fight you on this, but you're not worth my time. I'd rather just have you gone.
I tried to make it work. Really, I did. I'm just a square peg.
If you knew that, why did you take the job?
Hey, Cliff, for what it's worth, I think you're a good guy.
For what it's worth, I think.
That's fair. Like, they're both being extremely fair and realistic towards each other currently. I'm almost positive that's probably a life sentence right now.
Please, 10 minutes, tops. Schweikert and Coakley will pay your debt to HHM and make you a partner in 2 years, correct?
Apparently. That's the deal, yes. Why?
Would you entertain a better offer?
From whom? HHM?
From him.
From me. You'll have a clean slate. Sky's the limit.
You make it sound easy.
No. You're talking to a guy who lived in the back of a nail salon. Now, this is going to be a whole lot of blood, sweat, and tears, at least at the start. But in the end, we'll have a practice that is 100% ours. That's worth it.
It's a big one.
Yeah,
It is
sure
a
betting on
big.
you.
That's a big gamble, but I am definitely in the camp of suggesting people work for themselves at all times of the day. Generally, right? I mean, obviously, you'll know the type of person you do not suggest that to. People who think running your own business is 9 to 5. If you think that's the case, maybe that's not for you. But if you are someone who definitely understands that the more and harder you work, let's say, generally the better the outcome. If you understand that specific thing, if you're ready to basically give 20 hours, sometimes 24 hours to a project, you'll make it. I think so. Like, seriously.
You're an amazing lawyer. This is your chance
And that is her, definitely.
show the world that.
Are you gonna play it straight? Or are you gonna be colorful?
I'm going to play it straight, right down the line. I'm going to dot every I, and I'm going to cross every.
He's lying.
There's no point in me doing this if I can't be myself.
Why do you need me for this?
I don't need you. I want you.
You've got me. Just not as a law partner.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I personally would not go into business with him neither. I think that potentially there would be like a lot of like illicit money, and if that's your end goal is just money, then Saul is definitely the way to go, right? But if you are trying to make a difference, and I do think that a lot of people do get into law specifically to attempt to make a difference, right? But his motives are extremely like just purely, apologies guys, they're just purely financial.
It's not too much house, you think?
No, not at all.
And look at that backyard. They're leaving the playhouse. Isn't that amazing?
I mean, they built it. They're not going to take it down.
Kaylee will go crazy for that.
Let's do it. Fantastic. Do you have another hour? We could go down to the office, get the pre-approval in order, all that.
Sounds good.
Shouldn't you have done that before you went to look for the house?
We'll meet you there.
Sure. See you in a few.
But how exactly would that work? Right? I mean, because obviously, unless they're going to pay for the house like completely, how are they going to get approved to afford this property based off of her salary alone? She's already saying the house is too expensive for her, right? So the bank wouldn't approve that. I mean, I understand different times. It was a Wild West back then, back in this time. But something doesn't seem right.
You want to ride together?
I think it's a decent looking house, guys.
Sorry, I almost lost you at that light.
No problem.
Watch the fish
Bro,
tank.
at least you made a friend.
To the left. My left. My left.
Yeah, bro, I would have just left that desk. Leave it there.
There.
Don't give him the
What do
money
you
for
think?
it. Not for this space. The desk obviously represents
This
more.
is over and above.
Really?
Hello! You've reached the law offices of James M. McGill, Esquire. Kindly leave.
Don't do this. Be yourself, Saul.
Hi. You've reached the law offices of Jimmy McGill. Please leave a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks.
Yeah, that desk means a whole lot, right? Obviously, the reason why he fought for it is because that it was the time, I think personally, he was doing the best, right? And I think he's supposed to hold on to that moment, maybe.
One day I just looked around at my life, at who I was, and realized if I kept going the way I was going,
Which way was that?
best case, probably married to the guy that ran the town gas station. Maybe cashiering down at the Hinky Dinky.
The hinky what?
Hinky Dinky. It was our supermarket. I just wanted something else.
That sounds a lot like the Piggly Wiggly.
What did you want?
Something more.
More.
Come on, I'll walk you out.
Bro, bring back that Mitsubishi Eclipse. Bring it back. But not, well, I guess it is back, isn't it? Right? The Mitsubishi Eclipse. But they disrespected it so much that that's not an Eclipse. That's an Eclipse. What is that nonsense that they've built recently? Let me verify that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, they made it like a SUV or some nonsense. What is wrong with you? 1.5 liter 4-cylinder with a towing capacity of 1,500. What is a car good at? Nothing. What is it good at? Nothing. All right.
Western hustler, Pee-wee.
Hey, watch your mouth around the lady. How the hell should I know? You're the nerd. Just make it cheap. Now go on, get out of here.
Okay. What he's basically calling for is a guerrilla style something. No
So you got
permit?
your old car back. And what's that?
This? Solo practice, being my own man again.
I think she wants to do the same exact thing.
Sadiko with Schweikert.
I'm not taking the job.
Why not?
You were right. It's time for me to be my own boss. Solo practice.
How are you going to fund that? If you can't fund, like, paying off your tuition, which is $15,000, how do you plan on funding a entire practice? Maybe small business loan, maybe? I don't know. All right.
What, you don't think it's a good idea now?
I think it's a great idea.
We find an office, share the housekeeping cost, the rent, electricity, everything.
Okay.
But I am not partners, solo practitioners, together.
Less liability. Bro, do this.
I don't know what to say.
Just say yes.
Say yes.
Yeah, like, bro, what are you talking about? Yeah, this is the best thing for him. I think logically. I mean, obviously, this kind of slows down her risk of him being able to affect her name and vice versa, right? Because she knows, based off what he just said, I don't really want to be under no one. I don't want anyone to make me do something that is outside of, like, my moral set or ethics set, right? And she knows that he can get real grimy, let's say. Right? So yeah, for the best of both of their practices, they need to definitely go at this separate. Guys, this episode is great. It was one of the best ones in probably a couple of episodes, I'd say, personally. Right? I do like the fact that Saul is no longer working for the company that he was working for. I do like the fact that we're kind of going forward. Now, hopefully, we're going to be running into exactly what we know Saul for from Breaking Bad. I need to understand that, right? I want to see how this happened. But either way, listen, if you guys would like to see the full-length reaction, it is on Patreon at the second tier. All right, then listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly. Got an ice cream truck? A dirty ice cream truck? Did you really film this on location? Customs and Border Patrol. Guys, I love how this segment here was shot. It almost feels like this one, like, solid movement. It's not, right? But it looks like it definitely is. Bro, you took it off, you put it back on. Very odd and well-placed piece of B-roll. Mile marker 10. See, this right here, guys, this is like the perfect length for an introduction into a show. Perfect length. Anything more than that becomes excessive, guys.
We're pinching pennies now. When we have a steady revenue stream, make the drive up to Geronimo every night. Till then,
Yes, that. He'll sink his dirty hooks into Mesa Verde before you get the words I quit out of your mouth.
okay, Jimmy. I appreciate the advice.
He's right, though.
But the whole
He's right, though. Okay. Remember I said that. It feels like he's right this time.
again, thanks for taking the time.
You can just go ahead and rip off the Band-Aid. I have a pretty good idea why you're here.
Oh.
I realized it was something I needed to do.
The week Jimmy exits Davis in Maine, you decide to leave us? That can't just be happenstance.
It's not. Need accounting to get me that figure.
No need. Our gift to you.
Okay.
I don't know what to say.
Oh, I was ready to take on the world. Make a difference. Dad
And then?
talked me out of it.
I mean, you undervalued her at every single turn. I mean, I'm not really
Kim,
sure.
I want you to know.
He could be really surprised that she wants to go and do something different, to be honest. I mean, yeah.
That I always pushed you harder.
Calling now.
Exactly. How did I know? How did we all know? She didn't know. Pay attention to that, Mike. Huh. You get a delivery and then you close down for the night? Then someone pulls up right after the said delivery?
Because it fits you. And you alone. Because each and every stitch was fretted over with you in mind. Either you fit the jacket, or the jacket fits you.
Oh, she's good.
I would not waste your time. Or mine.
Okay, I'll believe it. Hire her immediately. Oh, she's a shark, guys.
Oh, hey, Kim, we're in here.
Egalitarian as hell, not to mention efficient.
Huh. Oh,
That makes sense.
Also,
actually.
sound. Bad lunch, huh? Mesa Verde said no.
Oh, how would they? How could they? I think she got it. Right? I think she got it, and what she's fretting over right now is the fact that she got it. Right? I don't think she expected that she was going to get it, but now that she has it, she's like, this is a lot. Wait a second. This actually is going to be a lot. Right? I think she's right now currently thinking about how much work she's going to end up having to do by herself.
Fantastic.
I had an answer for every question, every concern, and I did not badmouth HHM, not at all. But I was like, enthusiasm, you know, and personal service, because that's got to count for something. God, it was perfect.
Oh no! But she also is now so excited that if I was writing this the script here, I would most likely now make it fail for the drama.
Let's do it.
Hell yeah. Let's do it.
Oh, well, probably not 50 for the build out. Not at this time. Probably like 20. And where you are, oh yeah, you'll be able to find a lot of people that'll do things for almost nothing.
Yeah, Ernesto, the door's open.
And one singular
As
receptionist.
always. Why is she going out on her own?
Well, the why is the why. The how is that she's pooling her resources.
The why is extremely important. Again, you undervalued her work. You punished her for all infractions that you thought that she actually took part in, when in all actuality she didn't. Right? So that's the reason why. Acknowledge the why, embody the why, because you're going to continue to lose employees because of the why.
I'm going to the meeting, and the lights stay on. Everyone keeps their phones. Everything stays, for lack of a better word, normal.
It is normal. It's not for lack of a better word. There's no other word you can actually find. Your normal is absolutely irregular. Everyone else's normal is normal, bro. All right. Either way.
I will make it through.
Okay, good.
They're here.
Okay.
You realize now everyone is going to think you're absolutely nuts now, right? You know that. If you make them go through the circus.
Hello, everyone. Sorry I was delayed.
Not at all. We just
Again, they're not going to like it.
Paige Novick, this is Charles McGill.
Chuck, let's face it, Howard. She's the future. Two old guys like us, we're the past.
Well, that's a sad thought.
Sad but true. Banking law needs to be exciting. Healthy portfolio of CRA compliance. Duh. Obviously. You guys have all that covered, I'm sure. Regal Neal, Interstate Banking and Branching Efficiency Act. There's another mouthful, huh? Boring.
This is exactly how I would have moved the story for the sake of entertainment.
Still, if you were to run afoul of it, it could hold you up in court for years. And by the way, if that were to happen to you folks as you go forward with that,
Yeah, well, obviously they're now going to,
which it will not,
go with them.
Howard has contacts at the.
Glad we did this.
Anytime. We are there for you, day and night.
Lovely to meet you, Paige.
And you, thank you.
Talk soon, gentlemen.
Chuck, that was amazing. You were fantastic. Truly. Oh, Chuck?
Get me home.
Oh, no.
Again, we want to thank you for accommodating the major like this. The family attorney, I just help when I can, so I called you.
Hi, I'm glad to be of service. And here she is.
Fifi.
Gentlemen, meet Fifi, the world's last
the-
airworthy B-29 superfortress.
The name of the episode.
She's based in Texas. She's here.
Boy, I envy you guys. I mean, the stories you must have heard. You remember any good ones?
They've heard none of them.
Bombing
stuff.
Like, just fix the...
Public mass. Total.
All right, keep your voice down. You do not possess the...
How does one even do that? I understand the actions and motions of I guess doing something like that, but where were you? Why? Why were you doing? I need to know. I have so many questions on that actually, but I guess that's not the point of the exercise here. Yeah.
Power of speech. Production value, showmanship.
Right.
You rolling? Yeah, rolling.
Production
Okay.
value, in fact. Yeah.
Start the...
Where the Japanese are.
Why don't you shut up and learn to take some direction?
Japanese.
All right, fine. You fought all the...
Yeah, more and more. He had a big meeting there today.
Okay, here's what you're gonna do. Wrap him in a space blanket.
He's already
Oh
under one.
no.
Wrap him in a second one.
Just let it simmer. Don't make it boil.
That's it? No doctor?
That's it.
They caught
No
him.
Doctor, he's just gotta ride this
They
out.
caught him.
Chuck will
Oh,
be
yeah.
fine. This is not a problem.
Would you mind if the guys and I took a picture with you? It would mean a lot to us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pictures. He loves pictures. Here, give me the camera.
Here's
I'll
your
take
water.
Obviously, she just found out. They're not going with her.
You ready to sign? Let's do this.
I thought I had him.
So what happened?
Your brother.
Sticking with HHM. Courtesy meeting, or so she thought, and Kevin got his head turned.
By Howard?
No.
By Chuck.
Chuck. You still up for doing this?
Him?
Wait,
Yeah.
in the office?
All of it.
Yeah. His mind has not changed. He is going to go forward with this here. It's really going to come down if you specifically, have the faith in, I guess, your own ability. Really, right? I mean, again, if I was writing this story, she couldn't. I wanted her to initially, right? Then after sitting there thinking about it for a second, she can't get that case as her first case out. And she can't, under no circumstance. I mean, she'd get too reliant on that specific thing. She's going to have to grind like every single business owner generally does. You don't want that gigantic contract out the gate because everything else is going to seem less.
So, you still want to do this?
Yes. 2,300 square feet. It's an office space. I guess depending on the location, I mean, I wouldn't think that it's incredibly expensive specifically for a business to operate out of. That's going to be basically written off anyway, right? I'm definitely going to forecast some type of drug, obviously, guys. I'm gonna be honest. This would be the time you start the process of sabotaging. Okay. course not. I get it, it's your brother, but at every single turn, he's tried to mess every single thing that you're doing up. Okay? Okay. Again, yes, this is exactly what you do. Just because. Sabotage. This must be a incredibly old technique, guys, because Photoshop would have just done all of this. All of it. Adobe Illustrator.
After my stomach settles. Really doing a number on yourself. Spending so much time out of the house. You just had to do it, huh? Couldn't stand to let Kim have Mesa Verde. You had to swipe it from her.
I didn't swipe anything.
Yes,
we
you
retained
did.
our client.
You and Howard never even heard about Mesa Verde till Kim brought it to you.
So if you're looking for a fight, Jimmy, I just don't have it in me.
I mean, bro, he'll win that fight by shining a flashlight in your eye or something crazy.
I know we have our issues, but if things were reversed,
you wouldn't
I
do
hope you
it.
know that I would do the same for you.
No, you wouldn't. You? No. No. No, no, no. Do not have second thoughts, Jimmy. Leave the fake bad documents in there.
Can I just to jail now? You promised.
I did, didn't I? Huh?
I don't know about that.
Okay, get up here.
Yeah, let me hold it and you can...
Now you're gonna have to... All right. Now, I'm gonna hold this because it's heavy.
Okay.
So you pull the trigger when I say so, okay? Now get your hand on it. Give me a hug. Ooh, love you, girl.
A solid audible transition.
Oh, listen, Walter. You are no longer my husband and no longer my boss.
Okay. Well, that's not what he said it was for. Well, obviously.
But not you. You had to marry me, sport. Sweetie, what can I do for you?
Oh, all right. Okay. Guys, I really don't like Chuck as a character. I mean, I know I've said this a couple of times, and a couple of people in the comments have been like, you're not supposed to like Chuck as a character. I really, really don't like Chuck. I don't trust him. I don't think that he really would do anything for Jimmy if the tables were turned. What he did was absolutely shady, but I think, you know, as a business owner, you kind of have to do what you have to do to make sure that you're still maintaining an income, but how he did it was absolutely frustrating. Okay. I do think that it also would have been a terrible idea for Kim to get that specific client, Mesa Verde, as the first client kind of out the door, because again, you really can't go up from there. Everything that you're going to see going forward is going to be a lot less. And what you're going to be able to charge for a retainer is going to be almost minuscule or almost nothing in comparison. All right. So yeah, no. I'm glad she didn't get it, but I'm also not glad, you know, how it actually happened, guys. Right? But listen, if you guys do want to see the full-length reaction, it is on Patreon at the second tier, and you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly.